Good morning, everyone. I hope you guys are doing well. It is June 25th, 2025, and it is a new moon. So beautiful new moon energy. I'm sending you all my high vibes. I know that there's a lot going on with a lot of our soul tribers right now. So there's a lot of heartache and a lot of despair going on in a lot of families actually. But as we know, this is a Cancer full moon, or not full. So this is a new moon for new beginnings, and it is under the sign of Cancer. We're in the new season of Cancer, so that will affect for a lot of you the home, the family, and how that pretty much gets along, how everyone gets along with each other. So I'm seeing that a lot in the personal readings, as well as when you guys just reach out to me and need a boost, energy boost and insight. But welcome all. And if you are going through a very tough time right now, just know that we have a huge soul tribe of support, not only in that live chat right there, but shout out to Marilyn Send. I passed the torch to her last, I think, November. But every Saturday they get together. It is a beautiful group that gets together. There's no charge. You guys just log on to Zoom, support each other, talk about high frequency, consciousness, the humanitarian projects. It's just a great support group. So if you are, going through it right now and you just need friends, extra support, new friends, you want to have new connections, I really encourage you guys to join that group every Saturday afternoon. I believe it's from 3 to 5. I am not sure. But definitely reach out to Marilyn. Ricky Green is out in the chat too. So if you would like to put on the I'm seeing the chat. I'm seeing things in the chat that I'm not live right now. Am I live right now? Can you guys see me? I'm telling you, it's because I connected Rumble. Can everyone see me? All right, Connie, I see that you put Marilyn's information there. So yeah, if you are lonely right now, you need new connections, reach out, join that group. There's also another group that I started as well to enhance your abilities. As you all know, we talk about it all the time. We all inherited abilities, not only to connect with spirit, but to get visions. And yes, hence why I did name this show the Seer Dimensions. I do believe in my heart that Trump is actually a seer, visionary, also for a prophet. I do believe he has all these abilities and he uses them. He's very smart, but he uses his spiritual abilities. He is of a higher power, I believe, connected to the galactics as well. But a lot of you I know also are. I have a group on Saturday, so it's every Saturday from 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time to 12:30 Eastern Time. And we've been getting together now we're going on almost 8 weeks. We're on our second tier, so our second class. But as we've grown and I've seen these beautiful soul tribers of your family out there, they're in the chat. There's a few of them in the chat. I've seen you guys for all these weeks going by. I'm recognizing that a lot of you are really in tune with your seer abilities, prophet abilities. Yes, we use cards sometimes. I've had the crystals around me as well, and some of you do as well. So yes, tools, you can still use tools to enhance your abilities, but it does take trust in yourself. And what I'm seeing, it's beautiful. So everyone that's in the class, I'm seeing them trust themselves each more and more every single Saturday. But where I'm getting at is that there's so many of you out there that aren't a part of the group, and you don't have to be. But I have seen it when I've done your palmistry readings. I've seen it when I do one-on-one readings with you, guidance. You're trying to find your life purpose. You're trying to ask me for guidance, but you have all the answers. So one of my purposes here, I have many purposes in this lifetime, but one of them is to help others, not only enhance their abilities, but to help them believe in themselves. Of course, I can't force you to believe in yourself or trust yourself, but I'm here to guide you, direct you, believe, and show you the way, and show you the way into enhancement. So I've seen it, like I said, in your palmistry readings, everyone, and during this golden era, especially the Great Awakening, we are in the era of seers and prophets, and you might even be both, because prophets also get visions too. And what I'm going to do today is do a lot of the questions freestyle with just my natural abilities. Yes, I have my tools here if I want to use them. If I feel like I want to use them, I will. Maybe for a time frame or something, if it's not just coming to me. But those are helpful tools, right? We don't actually have to have them. But where I'm going with this is if you feel like, yes, I do have the ability to, things just come to me through spirit. Maybe it is just words that come to you. Maybe it's a vision. A lot of you, I already know, have the ability. You just have a struggle with believing in yourself. But I am offering now, I'm going to share my website. It's on my website, so brand new. I just fixed it yesterday. I put it up here. But discovering the seer in you, because I believe I've already seen it in a lot of you, and I'm seeing it in my class that I'm teaching as well. But this is more one-on-one. So if you want to really enhance your abilities, you want me to help you, guide you, put you on the path, and just kind of throw you out on that path to self-discovery towards being a seer. And it's just the belief, the awareness, your connection. So yes, we can use cards if you want to learn more about how incorporating tools to enhance your abilities. So that's always an option, or journaling. But I have many, many ways that I can help you and set you on your way. So discovering the seer in you, you also get to be a part of the class every Saturday. So automatically, if you sign up for Discovering the Seer, you all automatically can join the class on Saturdays, or you don't have to join live. I can send you the recordings. It is just a great support class, and we all support each other, and we're all becoming more enhanced in our abilities. But like I said, this is inherited. Everyone has the ability to see through spirit, to communicate through spirit, and help each other and guide each other. You have all the answers within you. You all come to me for answers, but it's all within you. And that's what I do when I read for you guys one-on-one. And anyone who's at a reading with me knows this. I'm trying to help you see it so that you can find the answers on your own, But anyways, I wanted to throw that out there. It is on my website. So if you're interested in more of a one-on-one, basically it's like a school. I'm trying to kind of make my website more into a school. I'm going to have more classes available. Also, vocal meditation. I did upload a video last, I believe, Friday night. I'm doing music meditation with just the voice, vocal meditation. So check that out. It's on the channel under videos. But enough rambling. Let's get to the questions. I'm going to just do regular, just whatever comes to me, and I'm going to show you and tell you what I see, what I hear through spirit, just like a lot of you already do. But anyways, let's get to it. We have lots of questions. You know what? And I have a lot of questions on my phone that came in later. But definitely we'll get to everybody. I will try my best. So I will come in the live chat after we finish these banners. We're just going to run through these banners. So here's a question from Paka. Her name was longer, so I just shortened it. From Paka. She's renting from a long-haul truck driver, nice guy, who was just diagnosed with heart aneurysm, and he was told if it bursts that he has 45 seconds of consciousness, and then he's gone. But what her main question is from Paka, so she wants to know if these people are NPCs, and I believe it is a duo. It is a two men, because her question was really long and it wouldn't fit. So these two men for Paka, are they NPCs? So while I was typing out your question, I already got the answer that no, they are not NPCs. I know and I sense that you have a lot of reasons to believe that they are, but they actually are not. So there's your answer. They are not NPCs. And yes, Wednesdays, just a reminder, Wednesdays we're taking personal questions as well as geopolitical. So after the banners, go ahead. Throw your questions out there. Don't do it yet because I'm not going in the live chat yet. I will also check on Rumble over there. So in case you guys have questions too, shout out to everyone on Rumble. Here's from Healing Moon. Appreciate you, Kristen. Was Trump dropping a calm after the F-bomb by carrying his white hat? White hat's taking the gloves off, Molly. So I do believe he definitely was. I do. But I also feel that he was just pissed off, He was also going off on the fake news too. So yes, there's a little bit of both. Absolutely. I would say so, Molly. Yes. And that was hilarious yesterday. I woke up to his F-bomb video. I love it. I'm going to have to put it in my intro, my next intro. I love it. But thank you, Molly, for your question. So next we have one from Congo. Hi, Kristen. Is my deceased grandmother, Marguerite, protecting me? Does she have a message for you? And thank you very much. So because we have so much energy, so when you do mediumship or you're trying to connect with the other side, there's so much energy in the live chat, also right here, right now. But Marguerite, and I hope I'm saying her name right, I do believe she is protecting you. I believe she's made visitation dreams. She has come to your dreams. Whether or not you remember them, I don't feel that you have remembered all of them. I don't, but I think that you've had some sort of vision though. It may not have been a dream, but I think it was during the day. You may have had a vision, maybe thinking she was in your kitchen or it was in a hallway in your home. But yes, she is with you. She is protecting you. But going back to the dream state, I feel like that's where she's really trying to be active with you and trying to show you. Okay, so I'm just trying to really zoom in on your energy and her energy. I'm holding a crystal, a very beautiful little crystal ball, okay, just to meditate into your energy and get away from that live chat because I know there's a lot of people right there. So I'm just zoning in on your energy. Okay, so Marguerite, your deceased grandmother. Yeah, so it is more of a protection, but she's protecting you from someone in your life right now. That is probably why you're asking. But someone in your life is causing chaos and causing you to feel uneasy. So whoever that is in your life, that's who she's trying. It's almost like she's trying to detour you, guide you away from whoever this is. I don't know if it's a male. I feel like it's a male energy, or it could also be a very dominant female, but I feel like that this is a male energy, that your grandmother is trying to detour you, trying to show you signs about this person, that you need to cut off ties, communication mostly. But that's what I'm getting. So whenever you see this this video, I don't know if you're in the chat, but that's all I'm really getting. If you want more, we can deep dive that. Go to my website for sure, arcanashores.net. But thank you. Thank you for your question. Next, we have Heart Healing. And Heart Healing's question is, will the Vietnamese dong revalue? And if so, when or what season? Okay, when or what season? So the Vietnamese dong, and I'm going to hold the beautiful crystal again. I only hold it for meditative purposes. I'm not gazing into it. Just to disconnect from the live chat's energy, because I could feel it. I'm not looking at it, but I can feel all of you. So the Vietnamese dong, when will it revalue? What season? We would like a season: winter, spring, summer, fall, 2025, 2026. I'm hearing 2025, 2026. I'm hearing both. So I'm hearing towards the end of the year. I'm hearing November. I'm getting November. It might even be October when we start to see things changing. But the happiness looks like it's in November. That's what I'm getting at this time. So that's what I'm getting. Thank you for your question, Heart Healing. Next, we have one from Shar. Question for Wednesday. And here we are. The two flagpoles recently added at the White House is the two golden globes at the top serving an energy purpose. So are they sending an energy purpose, maybe something? I feel like they are sending radioactive waves. So there is something really high tech to the top of the flagpole. So yes, I feel like it's more of, not only does it have 360, it has 360 like visuals of the surroundings, but I also feel that there is some sort of, I want to say it's a weapon. There's some sort of activator. So if there's any threat or something, it activates something and then a weapon will be used. So I don't feel that the weapon comes out of these globes, but I feel like those globes activate something else, another system that does some type of reaction of defense. So good question. I wasn't expecting that to come through, but it did. Okay. Thank you, Shar. Appreciate it. This is from Halo Kid. We heard a lot of banging underneath our home. So Halo Kid is asking about underneath their home. Okay. And they moved in 15 years ago. And when they last experienced a small earthquake, and so they're in Illinois, and it looks like Halo Kid wants to know if they have tunnels underneath their home. Now, I've been asked this quite a bit by a lot of you that have come to me for personal readings. If you have had tunnels, pathways, things under there, under your home from all the underground worlds and cities under there. So for Halo Kid, I do sense that, yes, I do feel you do have a pathway. Is it where they do? I feel like you don't have anything demonic right below your home, their property, but I feel like yours is more of a tunnel, so it's a passageway of travel. So you have a passive way of travel, and that is where they get from one place to another. It's not necessarily where they have any rituals, but that's actually what I'm seeing. I'm seeing like two different lanes, it's almost like really fast laser beams going back and forth like that. That's what I'm seeing right now. So you do have a passageway. You have a traffic gateway there underneath. So yes. But I wouldn't say that's where they do ceremonies or anything. Anything demonic, no, I'm not getting. It's just a heavy traffic way underneath there. But great question. That was something different to answer. Thank you. Here's one from K9 Mama. Please pull, so I am going to use the cards because K9 Mama is requesting. Please pull on whether the government is going to confiscate. I don't really have to pull on this though. Confiscate our silver because it will become so scarce. Another content creator is predicting this. I don't think so. I don't feel that at all. I am getting a loud no. I'm getting absolutely not. I'm also getting the word absurd. So no, I don't think I have to pull on it. I don't want to because I'm already getting the answers. So sometimes when that happens, and just like I'm doing today, and a lot of you requested this privately from me, because when I do readings with you, sometimes it just comes to me before I even pull the cards. So that's why I'm doing it, stepping out of the box publicly. But definitely, I'm getting a no. They're not going to confiscate your silver. They're not going to, no, absolutely not. And if you have it, keep it for as long as you can. But times have been hard, so a lot of us have had to cash it in. A lot of people have had to. So that's understandable. But if you can recollect it or just have some, even a little bit, hold on to that. It is great value, timeless treasure, absolutely. But no, the government is not going to confiscate your silver. So I'm not downing anyone who's predicting that. I'm just saying that I'm getting a no. Absolutely not. So here's another silver question. Will silver ever hit 5,000 or more an ounce? So I do believe that this is a yes, but I don't think it's soon. I think that this is in the future. I don't think it's too far off, but I think it's out there more. And I think it's a little bit too far out there for me to give you a season, a month, or a date. I don't do dates, but you know what I mean. I'm not getting a for sure area of time to tell you this, but I am getting a yes. I do believe this will happen eventually. Yes. And I forgot to put your name there, but whoever asked that question, thank you very much. Here's one from Alona. Will there be any form of financial relief for the people in July of 2025? You're wondering because so many truthers have been talking about July being the big month for several types of financial blessings. So I believe I was even getting July when I was doing the cards. I did get July like a couple months ago, but it seems like every time we ask this, it's a little bit farther down. Now, I know we've pulled on this almost every show. A similar question, right? So I keep getting the fall. I keep getting Virgo. Now that's with the cards. Now let's use this. I'm going to hold this. I'm going to meditate into this, disconnect from that live chat's energy. So when I'm saying that, I am purely disconnecting. So I am going to just zone in right now. And let's ask the question, will there be financial relief in the month of July 2025? Will there be financial blessings to the people? July of 2025. I'm getting parentheses and the word talks. The word talks in parentheses. Let me ask, so will there be communication and announcement? Does this mean that there'll be talk about it on the mainstream, not in social media, not on YouTube or Instagram or Rumble, but I'm talking about mainstream? Financial relief, yes, talks, parentheses, talks. So I believe that the answer, are we going to receive in July? Probably not. But I believe that we will receive communication, an announcement, talking about it, because talks in parentheses, that's what they're showing me. So I believe we will know about it. We'll know that it's coming. So kind of like the Doge dividend checks, hopefully that's what it is. That's what I'm kind of sensing, that it's something like that. Financial relief to come through for the people. That would make more sense, that it would be something like that. But thank you for your question. Here's one from Carol. Question: what is the story of the Grand Canyon? Temples, battle scar, entrance to the Middle Earth, colonies, etc. So when I was typing this out, and I feel things when I'm writing it, because honestly, you're connecting with the energy of the question. So let's ask it. I'm going to hold this for meditative purposes and to disconnect from the energy out there in the live chat. What is the story of the Grand Canyon? The Grand Canyon, what is the connection there? What is its purpose? What is its energy source? Who connects with it? So galactic beings, the galactic families. Humans can recharge energy and consciousness at the Grand Canyon. It is not an evil place. This is a place of sacred grounding, sacred learning for the galactics and for humans. So it's more of a charging station. This is a charging station, energetic charging station for consciousness, to expand consciousness. So it's nothing dark. That's very good news. But that's what I'm receiving right now. So thank you, Carol. I appreciate that. Next question. We're almost done. Just update for the live chat because I can't see you guys right now. We have, let's see, we don't have any more questions in the banners. So get your questions together. Those of you on Rumble as well, let me check over there. If you are on Rumble, yes, you can put questions out there. I am going to log on there and take a look, see who's in the live chat on Rumble until I get a moderator over there to help me out there. Let's take a look. Anybody on Rumble? If you have a question, throw it in the live chat. Let's see.
Watch what hydrogen peroxide actually does to you.
Sorry, there's a commercial. You guys probably heard that. It's right by the microphone. All right. Thank you from, we have quite a few in there. What's going to happen in New York City? We're going to answer that one. And thank you so much from Malburst 323. You are also very appreciated for being here. Wow, that's a cool question. So let's start here since we just kind of talked a little bit galactics with the Grand Canyon. So Malbur's 323 over on Rumble is asking, are all star seeds males and all light workers females? So no, I know this one for a fact that no, that is not true. So star seeds, I believe most of us are star seeds in this, especially in this golden era. Most of us are. And there are ways that you can channel that and feel if you are or not. That is also a part of being a seer or prophetic guidance and hearing things. But also star seeds in general. So like you and I, everyone in the live chat, I'm sure is a star seed. Everyone that I've read for practically is a star seed. But a light worker, and you can be both. Star seed is more of like a family that you come from. We come from different star seed families. Okay, we're all different. So, for instance, I'll use myself as an example because no one else is here except for the cardboard cutout of Trump. So, I am more Palladian. Okay, so I have mostly Palladian and some Lyran, I have been told. I don't really believe that, but it's possible. Okay, So I know that I resonate mostly with Palladian. So there's a lot of Palladians here on the Earth right now. We chose to come back here. Now the difference between that Starseed Palladian title, all right, yes, I'm Palladian, but Starseed of a Palladian is working as a light worker. So light worker is more of a job title. It's more of a career choice that we developed. Did I know I was going to be doing this when I was pet grooming all those years and working for my mom and then working in different grooming shops? No, I never knew it would be on here. So anyways, your life will just kind of, you go through an awakening, such we all have gone through an awakening. And then one pretty much develops into a light worker and discovering that their life experiences can help other people. Even the craziest of their stories, even the most heartbreaking stories or things that were dark that happened in their life that maybe they caused or maybe they didn't. But a light worker is someone, and you don't even have to be a starseed, is someone who uses their experiences as a guide, as someone who can uplift and inspire other people, changing people's lives, helping people, helping children, helping animals. Like my mom, shout out to my mom in case she watches this later. She helps animals every day. She was grooming a dog like last week. She sent me a cute little picture of it. It was like a puppy, scared, so scared and fearful and all that stuff. But she really worked with it. And while she was telling me about this dog, I started to recall and remember that, when I was a pet groomer too, so knowing the steps, knowing how you have to read the energy of the animal, it broke through to me that, oh my gosh, like we've been, as a family, we've been reading, especially her, she's been reading the energy of these animals for so many years. So she is, in a way, a light worker for animals. She reads their energy, she works with them, she builds trust, and over time breaks down those barriers. So there's different forms of light workers. It has a lot to do with your career and your choice of what you're doing on the planet. How are you changing and making things better for others on the planet? So there's various styles of light workers. We all know that. Energy healers, frequency energy healings, Reiki masters. There's massage therapists are also, light workers. They also inspire and help people. There's just so many counselors, therapists, all sorts. So there's your answer to your question. Star seeds and light workers, they're different things. Yes, you could be both, and yes, you could be one of each. So it just depends, but they're not really related. No. But anyways, we have another question from Rumble. Conga Dancer, what's going to happen in New York City? So let me use this to cut off all the energy. I just am saying that out loud so it happens, to cut the cord of the energy of the live chat so I can really zone in on New York City. Is there anything significant that's going to go down in New York City? What's going to happen with it? All I see is I see like this sun. They're showing me a ray of sunlight over the city. So that would be more of a renewal. They're showing me a renewal. They're putting light all over the beautiful buildings and the water glistening with sun. So I'm not seeing or feeling, and they're not giving me any words. They're just giving me a vision of the sunshine over the water and over the city of New York City. So I take that more as a renewal, a spiritual renewal. So I don't think anything drastic is going to happen, anything dangerous or bad. I don't. That's what's coming through. So if anything, it's going to be rebuilt and brought back to what it used to be or close, But that was from Rumble. Let me double check Rumble. All right. Thank you guys who are watching out there. Now I'm going into the live chat, and then we're going to talk a little bit more about being a seer and how I know that a lot of you out there are seers. Prophets see and hear things. So there's two different types of styles there. But I know a lot of you already are because I've worked with you guys and I already know. You're out there. But anyway, go into that live chat. I'm going to pull some of your questions up here. So this is from Connie Phillips. Good morning. We love Connie. Is it true that Israel and Tehran incident intention is to silence QFS and the wealth distribution, not war? All right, let's take a look. Let me read that one more time. Also, I'm just stating it. It's no disrespect. It's just for energy to really be zoned in on this. I'm disconnecting energy from the live chat, asking the question, is it true that Israeli-Tehran incident intention to silence the QFS and wealth distribution? Question mark, not war, question mark. Is it true? I'm getting the word delay. Delay, but not cancel. Delay, but not cancel. So the intention would, that would be a yes. It is to delay it, but not to cancel the wealth distribution. So very good question. I appreciate it. Let's see. Take a look out there in the live chat. I'm looking for your questions. Let's see. I see some from Connie and I see some from Catherine. Let's go to Catherine real quick. Will the revised Big Beautiful Bill pass in the Senate? Okay, will the revised Big Beautiful Bill pass in the Senate? Disconnecting from that live chat energy. Will the Big Beautiful Bill, will it pass in the Senate? Yes or no? Coming soon. So I'm getting coming soon. So that would be a yes. It's a positive. Coming soon. Yes, I would say. Thank you, Catherine. Let's see what else is out there. I'm looking at some older comments, so if you have questions, throw them out there. Question, does your deceased mom, Dorothy, this is coming from Tammy, Tammy's mom, Dorothy, I don't like to say the word deceased, and I get the, and no disrespect, I just feel it from spirit that they don't like that word either, because their soul is eternal. They are always alive. It's just physical body's not. So I'm not telling anyone what to do, but I'm just saying I don't think they like that word. So what we're going to say, and I think it's your mom that doesn't like that word, because that was pretty strong. I don't know if she had a strong personality, like she'll just put you in your place and tell you like straight up how she felt. But I'm getting that energy really strong. So Dorothy, Tammy's mom, does she have a message for you? Dorothy's mom, Tammy, do you have a message for Tammy? Well, she's saying that you're forgetting something important to you and putting others above it, priorities above it. So you're forgetting something important to you and you're putting other priorities above it. And then also, I live through you, Tammy. I live with you. I live through you. You are beautiful and I am proud. Proud to call you my daughter. But yeah, the main message is that you're forgetting something important to you and then you're putting, and we all do it, we put other priorities ahead. But whatever that is, whatever's coming to you, so use your abilities, whatever's coming to you, you can call in your mom as well and ask, what is that? What is that that you think I'm, and I'm trying to pick that up for you, but she says that you'll know what this is. So I think it's private. She doesn't want it live in front of all these people. But it's something important to you that you're putting aside, for the sake of others' happiness, pretty much. Let's see what else is out there. I'm going to go to the older ones because I don't like to leave people out. And I'm sorry if I don't get to everybody's question. Yeah, try my best. And I'll look at Rumble in just a second. Let's see. We're going up to some older ones here. All right. Irene, I haven't seen you on here before. When will you sell your properties you moved to the Netherlands and have been trying to sell for the last 7 years? So when will you sell your properties you moved to the Netherlands? Disconnecting from the live chat. So when will Irene, I'm going to do my very best to help you here. So you've been trying for the last 7 years. There's a reason. There is a reason why you're still there. I feel like you're not done there. I know you want to go, but there's a reason why it's not selling, and it's to hold you back, but in a good way. They're showing me the words family member. So I don't know if it's because of a family member. You're supposed to not sell it just yet. There's a tie to someone else's energy, and that is the reason why. I'm not getting a time. I'm sorry. They're not giving me a time, but they're telling me a family member, a tie. There's a tie to someone else, and that is why it's not selling. So that's what I'm getting. I wish I could help you more, but that's all that's coming through right now. There you go. Thank you, Irene. Let's see what else is coming through here. Let's see, from Tammy, another home question. Tammy's asking, you've been waiting for so long to get your dream home. Do you see this happening soon, waiting for the RV? So many need help. That's very true. I know, we need that RV to happen. So second question, not sure what that means, but I'm going to disregard that. Maybe you put it in the chat. But anyway, disconnect from the live chat. I need to ask for Tammy. She's been waiting for her dream home. Will this be happening soon? Any information on the RV for all of us would be great too. Uh-oh. They're showing me the word greedy. Don't be greedy. Pray. You're not greedy. I think it's just, it's because it's a big question. I think because we put dream home. So let me rephrase the question. No one's being greedy. So Tammy wants to know when she will have that home that she's been visualizing. Her visualization, what she's trying to manifest. When will she have that home? She's very excited. She wants to pull that into her reality. I don't know if you're going to like it, but I'm getting 1 to 2 years. 1 to 2 years. No information on the RV, but I did get 1 to 2 years for your dream home. So that's what we're getting for Tammy. But thank you for your question. And you're not greedy. That's just the word that they showed me. I think it's because of the way, and we have to be careful of that. I should have rephrased it. It is the way that you ask. We have to ask it, I guess, very carefully. So I'll be more careful of that. But let's see what else is out there. Leslie Butler, nice to see you. Leslie's asking, did she get a visual facial response from one member of Tegeta? I hope I'm saying that. In a podcast he did yesterday, a visual facial response from this podcast, Tegeta. Did Leslie get a visual facial response from this podcast yesterday? Disconnect from the live chat. Too much chatter there. I'm getting a yes, and also that whoever this person is, I don't know who this is, but I'm getting the facial expression with the eyebrow especially. But yes, there was a facial response to you, but also there was hesitancy to answer that question. So it's almost like the podcaster just didn't really want to answer that question, but also wanted to let you know a response to not be rude. So acknowledgement, yes, but didn't really want to answer the question, live or in front of everyone. So yeah, that's a yes. Let's see what else is out there. Thank you for your questions too, guys. We are running at 40 minutes, so I'll take a few more. And I know Connie has some. Here's one. I lost it. It's going kind of fast, which is good. And let's look on Rumble. We'll get to that in a second. Okay. Just looking in the live chat. Here's one. All right. Connie Phillips, thank you for your question. Is it true that each person will have 508,000 per person sovereign wealth just to start the debt relief? Wow, that would be amazing. So, I don't want us to be called, or you to be called greedy through this question. So, let me just ask first to disconnect from the live chat. 508,000 per person. 508,000 per person. Is that something that will come to fruition? 508,000. Is that a number that comes to fruition for each person? I'm getting the word close, so I don't think that's the actual number. But I'm getting close. You're close. That's all I'm getting. You're close. So we are close to the 508, but it's not 508. So that's all I'm getting. It seems that they don't like to be asked about money. Okay. But hey, we're still going to ask it. Let's see what else is out there. Just looking in. Oh, yeah. Let me go to Rumble real quick. There is a question from, I think it's Chassus, and you're asking about a loved one named Lance. Is he connecting with his past life? So for Jesus over on Rumble, let's see. I'm going to disconnect from all chat energy and just zone in on your loved one there for Jesus regarding Lance. Is he connecting with his past life? I'm getting that he remembers. He remembers his past life. His characteristics show his qualities towards his career. So whatever it's like his character fits, it feels like a humanitarian, so someone that's going to help people. But yeah, he's connecting to his past life. He's of service to others. So I would say yes. I would say definitely he's living in purity. So he's very honest with himself. That's what I'm getting. He's very like when he feels something, he doesn't doubt it. He's very honest. He's like, well, that's how I feel. So, he's just very openly. I feel like he's expressive too. So yeah, that was for Jesus over on Rumble. Also another one from Rumble. Moniquean, does chemtrails still exist? So do chemtrails still exist? So I don't really have to use anything to do this, but yes, they do. Unfortunately, they still exist. That's all I can tell you. But it won't be like that forever. I think it's going to take time for those to go away. But yeah, they still exist. So that's what I see on over on Rumble. Let's go over here to the new comments over on YouTube and see what's out there in the live chat. And remember, you guys, for personal readings, if it's too personal and you're like, I'm not going to ask on a live show, then go to my website, please, for arcanashores.net. I put up openings often so you can get in right away. I know a lot of readers out there only do like 2 days a week, but I'm there, 5 days a week. So you can always get in. Express readings as well. You can send in 4 questions and I'll make a pre-recorded video to send back to you, as well as one-on-one, and also one-on-one guidance to enhance your abilities, whether that's if you want to learn cards, crystal ball, or just straight up, being a seer or a prophetic word or whatever comes through. Visions, like I'm seeing words. When I close my eyes, I see words. I'm hearing things. So all of those things we all inherited. We all have that within us. And I want to run by that real quick. So a seer, I just made little notes. But a seer has divine revelation through visions and dreams, acting as a conduit for God's word and guidance. So a lot of you also, and I know a lot of you have shared it with me, and I'm not going to share personal stories of your stories because it's personal, but a lot of us have dreams that actually come to fruition, or you'll dream, like I dreamed of my little niece. I knew my brother and his wife at the time were going to have a baby. I already knew they were pregnant. I already had the dream. I already saw her. And I was right. So it's just dreams. They come through, visions, but at the time they happen, we don't really recognize that, that's a gift. That's something that is built within us, and we are connected to spirit in that way. But dreams are something I like to discuss in personal readings as well, so we can really deep dive that and you can get more meaning behind them. But it is a part of being a seer and your development. So that's something I wanted to touch on. But again, I do offer this on my website if you want to just learn how to either use the cards or just connect more. Or I do a lot of journaling, and I think that helps me connect, so I can help you there. And it also includes the Saturday class, so you can be a part of the class every Saturday. But also seeing person. So a seeing person could be pretty much a lot of, most people are a seeing person. So they'll see visions and dreams and messages for themselves, but they don't always trust it. Like they'll see it, they feel it, they see it, they have a hunch about something, they sense it, and then something happens, and maybe they didn't take precaution even though they were warned and they had a caution from spirit. So that's common, and that's kind of where I'm going with this. We want to beat that. We want to beat blockages so that you can just use your abilities. And then a seer, full-on seer, sees to help others, teach others, guide, just similar to a prophet, which prophets can hear and see. Okay, so there is a difference, but it's slight difference. But yeah, all of this I'm teaching on my website, and one-on-one readings as well as the express readings. Always reasonable, always there for you, pretty much all the time, always answering my emails 24/7. But anyways, thank you guys so much. I love all of your support. I'm going to head back into that live chat. And I do have a question coming through from Rumble too. So I will look at Rumble in just a second. But first, let's go to YouTube. Brandy Lee, sounds awesome. Cannot wait to have a reading with you. That'll be awesome. Let's see. I love this from Larry Hansen. Larry says, every morning when he looks in the mirror, God, I'm looking, is that my higher self seeing that, or a figurative of your imagination? Now, remember, your imagination, we were suppressed all these years since childhood, since school. School is the major suppression, mind control. But let's get back to imagination. Imagination is creation, yes, but it is creation from it could be from other dimensions, timelines, past lives as well. Like when a child is an artist at such a young age and like painting and drawing things, they are actually coming up with this creativity from a past life, possibly, or just a different dimension where they've lived. So on the other side, maybe as an angelic or a galactic being. but they were actually in those realms and they actually saw them, experienced them. So that's an example. But imagination, the school system, the government, or just people that are closed off to all of this, they would say, oh, that's just your imagination. You're just making it up. You're just really creative. But honestly, it's much more than that. But Larry, when you're looking in the mirror and you're like, is that my higher self? Is that God? And saying things or things that you're hearing, no, that is actually being a seer. That's part of being a seer. But when you incorporate hearing, if you're actually hearing things and hearing words, sometimes I just hear random things, usually when I'm cleaning or just doing something really busy and fast. You hear things. But I would say that you are more of a prophet, because I do sense that you're hearing and seeing. Definitely word of God comes through, spirit comes through, your angels, spirit guides, your team is behind you. So it's imagination is a good thing. It's not, like I was saying, it's not how they suppressed us to believe that it's something, oh, you're just making something up because that's your imagination. Your imagination is actually spirit. It's actually connected to the angelic realms and guides. So you're the real deal there, Larry, for sure. Kristen, do you know your higher self's name? Yeah, actually, my name is actually just Kristen, and my name has been in a past life Christian. So, and I find that I have actually never shared this, but and my mom, I haven't told her yet either. But so my name has been Christian on the other side with a C. So I believe when my mom was naming me as a baby, right? She intuitively felt through spirit, because my mom is very intuitive. I do know she has abilities. I do, especially recently, just talking to her. But she definitely intuitively felt, oh, her name should be Kristen, which isn't far off from Christian. So that's my past life name. But my higher self in this lifetime is Kristen. So she nailed it. So maybe she'll see this later. But it's actually my true name. But I do find it pretty cool too that my name was Christian before, because my mom's due date was Christmas, 12/25, but I was late. Probably because I have so much Gemini. I was late. It's 2 weeks late. So on the 2nd, January 2nd. But I just felt that was kind of cool how it kind of tied together. And I love Christmas and Kristen. So there you go. But yeah. And you know what? It's another funny thing too. You guys probably remember, but remember Tarot by Janine? Like every time me and my brother had her on the show, she would call me Christian. So I think that because she is very much connected, I think that she saw me or knew me maybe in a past life, and she did find that in a reading before, that there's a past life thing. But I think that's why she called me Christian all the time. Because yeah, it was my name before, but past life, but very interesting. Let's see what else is out there. I like to just talk sometimes. I'm sorry. Here's from The Art of Healing. Is it best to keep my father in my home, who is bedbound and fully disabled, or is it best to place him somewhere that specializes in the care he needs? No. So what I'm getting, and it's so straight on, so powerfully coming through. No, his soul does not want to be anywhere placed other than with his loved ones in your home. So I feel like this is part of your journey. I know it's a lot. I know it's a lot for you. I feel like you feel like it's so much pressure, like, oh, it's hard. I know. But I feel like you have to do this as part of your journey. I'm not telling you what to do. But what's coming through is that this is part of your journey. It's part of one of your major purposes for him, for your father. You and your father are supposed to be close, especially in his physical body's end times, not his soul. His soul's always going to live. But while his physical body is leaving the earth plane, I feel like he has to be near you. There is a special bond connection with you two. He has to be. His soul would not like that. That'd be a very unhappy soul and spirit. When he eventually does go on, he's not going to be mad, because you enter the other realms with pure love and you love your family. But he's not going to like it. That came through really, really quick. I don't know if his personality is very stubborn, but I'm getting that. And it's no. He's a fighter, and he's like, nope, no, I'm not going. So even if you tried, it wouldn't work out. I feel like that your angels, your guides would put him right back where he is, where he belongs. So sorry, but not sorry. You're fine, right where he is at your home. But thank you guys for bringing all these questions up. I like doing personal readings. They're very interpersonal. I know that this is my thing for sure. But let me see. Yeah, new comments. Let's take a look down there. Oh, and you know what? I want to do, speaking of another Janine, my heart needs to speak this because I'm being told to. Well, and because I want to. But so Janine Steffens out there, shout out to her, turn the page. She has a little baby. Okay, her animals are those are her children to her. So let's do a little prayer. I'm being called to do this. All right, so I'm being called. So Bailey, her little Bailey is her baby. That is her little girl. So let's do a prayer. I'm just doing this on the fly. It just came to me. I have to do it. So for Janine Steffens, if you guys could all hold Bailey, her little baby, Bailey, all in your prayers, your thoughts and your prayers, highest frequency of love. I'm also going to pull from Eternal Connections. But let's just pray right now that little Bailey makes a full recovery. Maybe, Bailey I feel like Bailey, she's not going to stay forever because I feel like her soul wants to move on, and that's okay. And Janine is there for her, and she's helping mend her pain and help her, feel comfortable. But I feel like there's still quite a bit of time left for them. And I feel that the angels, God, her spirit guides, Janine Steffens has a lot of spirit guides. She has a lot of angels around her. She's very connected as well. But please bless little Bailey and keep Janine also in high frequency of love, positivity. Keep them in our hearts. Keep them with strength and power to move forward. Yeah, and peace. May they have peace and may they feel love from all of us. Amen. So that just came to me. I had to do it. Let's also pull from my new deck, Eternal Connections, inspired by the afterlife. That is how I see them. But when they move closer, I start to see their features, which is really cool. But that's how I see them. So Eternal Connections, also on my website. If they help you move through, they help you uplift you. Let's see, what is the message we all need to hear? We all need to hear, but we all need to maybe some type of focus for today. What do we need to focus on? It is a new moon in Cancer. What do we need to focus on to help us connect to spirit on a deep level? Here we go. No way. I was going to say, well, I could say it, no freaking way. But afterlife, and I just said about afterlife. All right, afterlife. Loved ones on the other side want you to feel at ease. Okay, and I wrote all these, so it's basically going to be a book, but then I'm like, no, cards are more fun. We just pull a card and there, read it one a day. Because I don't really read books all the way through, just sporadic pages. So that's why I made them that way. But anyway, afterlife, loved ones on the other side want you to feel at ease. Heaven's gate, heavenly realm where our loved ones await us and animals rejoice when we return home. And that's so cute. We've got the animals tying in here. They are always within us and loving and nurturing our souls while we are still living physically on earth. So your animals are like angels. They're always with you. Engagement is when we call to them just as our angels engage with us. Some of our loved ones have become angels as they have previously been an angel or they are learning to be one when they get to heaven. When we join the afterlife, we have a lot to do and a lot to explore. The fear, doubt, worry, and ego are removed after physical death, and that is true fact. There is no grudge against anyone still on earth or family members or anything that negatively happened or impacted them. We are simply in God's imitation. That is something we need to remember every single day. So Spirit wants us to really focus in on this card today, this message. We're simply in God's imitation. So how you speak to others, how you show affection towards others, care for others, even if it's just in your thoughts, that's fine. Send them energy. We love like God, we think like God, and we have forgiveness and abilities like God, just like we were talking about seer and prophet. We do not regret the physical death. We are proud to be graduated to the heavenly realm, and we do not long for an earth life because we know that our loved ones will join us someday. If it is intended on their path and they do right by God in their earth life. So let me back it up a little bit because I messed it up with my words. But so we know that we have loved ones on the other side that will join us someday. If it is intended on their path and they do right by God in their earth life. So we're talking about some that, we're very disturbed and maybe demonic and evil, right? Those are probably not going to be rejoicing with you ever again. And that's good. You don't want that. So that's what I mean by that. 31 is the number for this card, reminding us that God is able to use people, use angels, or even nature in order to carry out justice. However, while we are in this sinful world, God's enemy often carries out injustice. So that's for number 31. That is actually the biblical meaning of 31. I tied that in there. But beautiful card. So that's called Afterlife in my Eternal Connections deck. That is pretty cool how that one came through. So it covered angels, it covered our animals, all of it. Beautiful. But someone maybe needed to hear that. So because you guys love the cards as well, before I wrap this show up, we're at an hour. But here we go. Let me pull a few cards and just see what is the message Spirit would like me to share. What would they like me to share with all of you for today, which is 6/25/2025. Here we go. We have the Knight of Wands. And yes, this is the deck for those of you on Rumble that haven't seen me in a while. I designed this deck with the gold edges and everything. The Hierophant, Seven of Swords, Three of Cups. This is beautiful. So once again, Spirit's communicating with more of like a heavenly message here. So this is to return to your old values, your beliefs. It's not the beliefs of others that were strategically, with the strategic card of Seven of Swords, strategically, embedded in your brain through school, through, I don't know, some people have some really, I have to be careful, but you have some people in maybe your family or friendships that come into your life, but they might not be the best for you, and they're trying to manipulate you and mind control you. There's a lot of that narcissism out there. So be careful of that. That's a big warning here. So if you are, and I think someone had a reading this morning that I did today, I was channeling, that there's someone interfering with that person's happiness. She's putting everyone's happiness above her own. So this is very similar. So narcissists out there have a way of doing that. It's an art to them. So if you are dealing with someone who's trying to control you, you feel held back or you feel enclosed, like you can't break free from a situation, you need to return back to your values, your beliefs, stand your ground. Knight of Wands. So there's a message coming in fast for a lot of you, and not just this one. Maybe this one kind of sets you off and maybe activates it for you. But I feel like there's a strong message coming in that you need to just live for your happiness, because there's someone taking from you. There's someone taking so much energy, taking the life out of you. Maybe you are sacrificing so much for others and they're just not appreciating you. And that happens because people, usually those that are just not, they haven't had a spiritual awakening, or they're young a lot of times too. They're just acting selfish and they're taking and not giving back. So that's the biggest message I think for today, is just to beware of who you are interacting with. All right. And cut off any ties to anyone who's basically a vampire, energy vampire. But that was the message for today. Now let me move back because I said I would. Let's check Rumble. Thank you guys for your questions out on Rumble. I'll take a couple more from the live chat and then we'll wrap it up. Let's see. So Kim Trails already did that one. Here's one from D. DeRosa. Will my daughter and granddaughters ever talk to me again? From D. DeRosa. D. DeRosa, will your daughter and granddaughters ever talk to you again? Cutting off all energy from the live chats, both channels. D. DeRosa. Will her daughter and granddaughters ever talk to her again? I'm getting the words health crisis. So there's a health crisis and a yes. So health crisis, comma, yes. So that leads me to believe that there's going to be some sort of health crisis. They start to feel like a sense of guilt of not reaching out to you. I don't feel like the health crisis is with you, though. I feel like it's on them. It's nothing terrible, but it's something that scares them, and it's something that, and I have a feeling it has to be, I think it's your daughter. I think something scares your daughter, and she reaches out for your advice, for your support. That's what it feels like. So yes, you will have contact with them again. And sometimes that's what happens. You know, just like that card I was reading from my deck there. You know, God will use people. They'll use, use angels, but also sometimes a crisis, a chaotic crisis. And it could be something that scares you so much that it puts people back together, family back together. So I don't feel it's anything horrible. I think she just gets scared and a little paranoid and then reaches out to you. So that's what I'm seeing for you. Now let me take one more from YouTube live chat, and then we'll have to wrap this up because I have a reading. But let's see what else is out there. Our last question from the live chat. New comments. Let's see. Performance. I was guided to pull yours. All right. Kristen, does my passed over son in 2022 have a message for us? Me and his two babes. Aw. Okay. Let's take a look. I'm going to disconnect from the live chat of YouTube and the live chat of Rumble. I want all the energy around performance and her son, who graduated to the other side in 2022. Any messages for her and the two little ones? I'm being shown a room. So I believe he is with you, but I'm being shown a room, and a lot of times this happens. So there is a big glass window, a light colored curtain. It's kind of creamy tan color, more creamy, almost like vanilla. And there's a chair. The word bedroom. Also, I am always around. I watch over. I protect. Talk to me. So your son wants you to talk to him more. So just, you could speak out loud. I also always tell people to write a letter and leave it out. But definitely, he wants you to talk to him. And there's writing that says, I'm right here, Mom. So I think that he's in your home. It's either a home, in a bedroom or a front room. I'm only being shown a window, a curtain, and a chair. The chair looks brown. But that's all I'm getting at this time. But he's always with you. But he wants you to talk to him. That's something we don't talk about a lot, but our loved ones on the other side, they love when, even if you're not always going to hear something back unless you could really get in the zone and like use a crystal if you have to meditate and just like, be in the zone and hold on to something, put your energy on something. If you have to. I'm doing this because we've got the live chat, we've got people watching. But I don't always. I can just, you can just do it too. Be out in nature and do it, but connect with them. And like I said, you might not always get a download coming back, but you'll get one later. You'll get something later. A sign, a bird outside, your wind chimes going off. I was shown wind chimes for someone I was reading for. Her son on the other side showed me wind chimes, and it had a bird, like a hummingbird on it. And she kind of freaked out on me because she has wind chimes with a hummingbird. And that's where he was. He was showing me. Also, 2 individuals I have readings with today, I saw they take me in their homes sometimes. One was a garage where I guess they had a studio bedroom, and that's where he used to hang out, as a teenager or whatever. And then the other woman, her mom, she was showing me inside her daughter's home, so showing me that I'm in her home right now, in her kitchen. So it's pretty cool. But anyways, enough rambling. I could ramble all day, but I just love this stuff, especially the afterlife. But once again, if you want to sign up for a reading, go to arcanashores.net. It's all there for you. Immediate openings, always guaranteed. Especially if you have an emergency or something just happened and you need me, you need some guidance, some support. I'm always there for you guys. But anyways, I will see you guys on Friday, geopolitical show. We'll do all the hot topics surrounding Trump and the good guys and what's going down. And we'll see what happens. Maybe some more cool stuff happens today, Thursday, and then we'll be back Friday. But anyways, you guys take care. I'm ending the show at 1:11 and 40 seconds. You guys have a good one. Bye.